Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seed to Transformation Healing Center. Today, I'm going to be doing a chakra reading for the sign of Virgo for the year 2025. Now, I've been doing these chakra readings for sort of famous people or for political figures, and people really seem to like them. So I thought it would be a nice thing to do for the beginning of the year for each sign to have their own chakra reading. And I'm going to be oftentimes I use tarot cards for these readings, but I'm going to use something called the Crystal Ally cards. It is a deck of crystal cards. It's been around for quite a long time. This particular edition that I'm using is called the Crystal Allies Millennial Edition. It has been created by a very knowledgeable crystal person named Naisha Ashian, although she no longer goes by that name. But if you're looking for the deck, it would be under that name. So we're going to go through each of the chakras. And so because I'm using a crystal deck, if this resonates with you, you can actually use these crystals for yourself all year. Now, some of them are pretty common crystals and not particularly expensive, and some of them are a little bit pricier and a little bit more rare. So, but we'll see what chakras come up for the sign of Virgo. Now, if you happen to get a rare crystal, like one of the crystals in here is a diamond, you might not own a diamond, but you can always just have a picture of the diamond or write diamond on a piece of paper. It's really the energy connected to that gem more than it is the actual gem, but I do like to use the actual things for myself. Okay, so we're already having issues with this camera. Let's see if I can unissue this. Yeah, no, damn it. Sorry, guys. This really pisses me off. Pisses off the particular Virgo in me, because I do have my own share of Virgo energy, and I don't like when things don't work out. Jeez Louise. All right, let's look at the root chakra. So the root chakra is the earth chakra. It's the lowest chakra. It's the place where the Kundalini sits or sleeps, as they say. The snakes that can come up, the Kundalini force, which is life force, that comes up through the chakras in the process of enlightenment. And so the root chakra does give us a sense of sort of the earth that you're standing on. The issues around the root chakra are security issues. They are physical issues because we're dealing with the earth element and we're really dealing with the body to a certain extent. Also, family issues come up with this chakra, family karma, and also a sort of in your, whoops, I almost had one jump out. If they jump out, that's the card I'll pick, but sometimes it's just a matter of shuffling. This is also a connection to your ancestors, your genetic inheritance, and the like, your family. So let's see. We have hematite. Oh, great stone for the root, Virgo. Hematite is manifesting light energy. Hematite actually has a high iron content. In fact, it's very heavy. Oftentimes, I have a few hematite pieces of jewelry, but they're so heavy that, like, I have hematite earrings, but they're tiny because the bigger you get with hematite, you don't want to have those earlobes that come down here, unless that's your thing, of course. I don't know if I know a Virgo who has that as their thing, but okay. It is an earth element card, and so we have an earth element card in the earth chakra. There we go. Now you can see it. It's called manifesting light. And that's what really hematite does, is the light comes in through the upper chakras, and the hematite helps to ground that light, and so that you can create with that light. It's a protective stone as well, and it's a grounding stone. So it really keeps your feet on the ground. And for the most part, Virgo are somebody who keeps their feet on the ground. You are an earth sign, and and all earth signs, as far as in my experience, keep their feet on the ground. Virgo's probably the lightest on their feet, which is one of the magical qualities of Virgo. It has a groundedness, a stability, a pragmatism, but it's also open to adaptability. And they say survival depends on your ability to adapt. So thank you, Virgo. All right. So the second chakra, oops, jumping out of the deck. The second chakra is the water chakra. It is the sacral, what we call the sacral chakra. It's located in the belly. The root chakra I'm actually sitting on right now. So in that spot, where it's just like right in the center there, that's where your root chakra lies, the sacral chakra in your belly. So it's issues around your sort of small intestines area, your generative organs in that area. And the issues of the sacral chakra are emotional, because it is a water chakra. It deals with our ability to create, to have relationships. It's also the chakra of sex, money, and power. So it's a powerful chakra, but a chakra that really needs you to have healthy boundaries around, because this is where people can take advantage of you if you let them. We have lapis lazuli, self-knowledge. This is an air stone in this deck. And it's that beautiful blue stone with the like gold flecks in it. Those gold flecks are pyrite, which is iron, right? So it's very sort of like both celestial in its nature, but also very grounded with the pyrite. There are two places where lapis is mined, and I know one of them is Afghanistan. I can't remember where the other one. The Afghanistan lapis has a little more white in it, so you see a little more white in it, as opposed to the one that's just has the mostly the blue and the little flecks of pyrite, which look like gold, reflecting sort of the night sky, right? So what this is saying is that self-knowledge is what you understand about yourself. And so this year for you, it's very important for you to understand the way you share your energy with people, the way your issues, your boundary issues, your issues around money. You just have to know, you have to be confident in who you are. The thing about Virgo is a very helpful sign. And so always wanting to be of help you will sometimes in the fervor to be, I'll do that. Yeah, I can do that. I know how to, because you guys know how to do a lot of stuff, is that you can sometimes put yourself in positions where you're doing things for people that don't necessarily appreciate you. And so you want to be discerning about who you relate to. And I think that that discernment is based on what you know about yourself this year. Okay. The next chakra is the solar plexus chakra. This is sort of, if you take your fist and you put it just under your rib cage, right in the center there, that's where the solar plexus chakra is. It is the chakra of personal will. It's the chakra associated with themes of autonomy, self-rule. Um, I had to turn the light on. There wasn't enough light, and I think that's what was making the camera like me lose focus. Oh, there I go, losing focus again. Now with the light on. We are problem solvers, those of us who have Virgo in our chart. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Solar plexus, your personal will. Insight. Insight. This is an air card. This card has actually come up a lot for all of the I think this has come up. This is maybe the third or fourth time I've seen this card in the for the chakras for this year. And so this might be a stone we should all have. And it is the stone of insight. It's called azurite. It's that very, and you can see the blue there. That's the color of azurite. A lot of times you can find it in matrix with malachite, so it's sort of like that deep green and then that beautiful bright deep blue color. But insight is information we get from within. It's through introspection. It's through looking for permission from inside of yourself. So this says to me that you so far, because we haven't done all the chakras yet, but it really does seem, at least when it comes to the earthly things, whether it be earthly about your physical environment, your relationships that you have in this lifetime, or even the direction that you want to take yourself, all is sort of focused on understanding who you are and appreciating that you have all the information you need within you to succeed on the earth plane. The bottom three chakras are earth plane chakras. Okay. Those chakras, when we disincarnate from these bodies, we no longer need those chakras, because we no longer have a body, right? So, but all the information goes back into spirit, and then when spirit is ready, or we're ready as souls to reincarnate, all the lessons that we've learned, good and the ones we haven't, come back with us and sort of come into those chakras, and we have to work the physical plane with those chakras. Now we're looking at the chakras above that. We're going to be looking at the heart. The heart is a mediating chakra. It mediates between the lower self and the higher self. So when you look at the heart chakra crystal that comes up, know that it is blending those lower chakra energies with the higher chakras and finding balance for that. All right, so let's see what the heart, and of course the heart deals with our relationships, our heart relationships, our love relationships, the people that we love. The sacral chakra is relationship as well, but it's more biological. It's, how, sometimes you meet somebody and it's just purely a coming together of, like the chemistry, like, oh, we have unbelievable chemistry. And so you have this unbelievable chemistry with somebody that you can't talk to, that is not on the same maybe intellectual level as you. So you can't necessarily have a relationship that's long lasting, but certainly profound and sometimes very fertile in those ways. But the heart relationships are what we say, the heart relationships, those we hold in our heart. The heart chakra is also connected to on the tree of life back here. Oops, let's see if I can do this. Ooh, look at that. That circle right there. And I know you can't really read that because it's behind me, but that's Tiphereth. Tiphereth on the tree of life is connected to the heart chakra, and it's associated with our Christ consciousness. It's also associated with children and our higher self. So those are all themes that come with this chakra. All right, let's see. Heart, journey, journey. This is another card that has come up over and over again through these chakra readings for 2025. So your heart this is about your heart being open to the journey that you are on. And I think that it has to do with it. Again, it's an air vibration. And it's interesting because there is this year, there is a lot of things going into air. Uranus goes into Gemini for the first time, goes back into Taurus, but for a period of time, it's in Gemini. And Saturn, well, that's the air, right? Yes, and Pluto, um, in November of 2024 moved into Aquarius, and Pluto's going to be in Aquarius for about 20 years. So that's another sort of air energy. So there's a lot more air where there has been a lot of earth. And of course, you're an earth sign, so you felt the ground shaking as well. And then we also have uh, Neptune and Saturn dipping into Aries, which is a fire energy, actually. So far, no fire cards, but there is changes. So there's these big shifts happening in 2025. And so we really kind of have to be light on our feet. And as I said, of all the earth signs, you're the lightest on your feet. So this is an adaptable. So there needs to be an adaptability. Having the journey card in your heart says that your heart is going to be going on a journey. And it may be not a place you've been before. Perhaps that will invite in a new relationship, a new heart-centered relationship. So I would say it is time for you to maybe look outside of where you normally look for a relationship and sort of look out beyond that. And perhaps you'll meet somebody while you're on a business jaunt or a vacation, or you're just going someplace that you haven't been before. You've never been apple picking, and then you go apple picking and you meet somebody and, picking apples. Like that's the kind of thing. It's like something, just being opening your heart to your fellow travelers, as it were, your fellow travelers. Okay. Next chakra is the throat chakra. The throat chakra is the chakra we co-create with spirit with. The element associated with the throat chakra is sound, it is the place of divine will. And so this is how spirit works through us, works through our vibrations. Um, and this is it's your ability to listen and your ability to speak. What kind of energy do we need for this? Magic, labradorite, labradorite. This is another air card. So far, 1 earth and 4 air cards. Labradorite, of course, is that beautiful, mystical looking, and we can see this behind here, this rainbow, and that's the labradorite right there. And so there's magic in your voice. There's magic and magic comes from imagination. And if the first thing to come is imagination, we first have to see it in our mind's eye. We first have to visualize it. We first have to, the idea that comes in is sort of like, is perhaps a figment of our imagination. But if it's a figment, it doesn't mean that it can't happen. It just means that it's a vision that if you put energy into, that you can create. So you have a very powerful throat chakra this year. Now, last year in 2024, we were in an 8 vibration, universally 8 vibration. And so the throat chakra was open. There was a lot of energy actually from spirit coming through people who were saying stuff, right? Showing us some things that we needed to see or information we needed to discern or ideas that whose time had come. This year, when we're in the 9 vibration 2025 on the tree of life, that is located right here on the tree of life, this path right here. It's hard to see. It's like a little greenish path. It's between Hesed, which is Jupiter on the tree of life, and the sun, which is the sun, the center. So it connects the throat chakra with the heart chakra. So what that means is that everything that comes out of your mouth needs to be connected to your heart. And that's true for all of us. That's true for all of us. So you don't want to do that, none of that self-deprecating, poor me, nobody loves me, I do all the work. You do. And people love you, but sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and you are a sign that brings your own oil can. So if people aren't seeing your struggle, it's because you're too damn efficient. All right. Third eye is our vision, is our ability to imagine, to utilize creative visualization. It's also our ability to see patterns. People who are into astrology generally have a pretty pretty healthy third eye energy. It is psychic in its way. It's our vision. It's what we can see. And we have Seraphinite. This is another card that's been coming up. I think what I'm going to do, there's 12 signs. So there's 12 signs of the 7 chakras. Can I do math in my head? I can't. So we'll just say that's a lot. And what I think I'll do is I'll review all these and see which chakras, which stones came up the most. And they may be stones we can all work with. But Seraphinite is one of them. Seraphinite is a healing stone. It's a storm card. Okay, it's a storm. So there's a storm. So there is a storm. There will be storms, and there'll be many storms that we have to see through. We can't allow the clouds to cloud our vision. This is asking for healing. So healing in the third eye. If you have headaches, this could be the healing of the headaches. I've been a chiropractor for 35 years, something like that. I was like an infant. I was like a teenager when I got into school. No, actually, I was at a college, went into to chiropractic college. So um I've had a lot of experience with people who have headaches, just regular tension headaches. Usually those are postural and the like. But the migraines always have a little bit more of an energy of self-deprecation. And so you have to make sure that if that's your issue, you don't want to be self-deprecating. You want to appreciate yourself. You want to take hold of the power that you have as a person. And of course, you want to go to the chiropractor, get adjusted. So there you go. So that may be something. Maybe some headaches that need some healing. All right. Crown. Now, the crown chakra is our connection to source energy. It's how we connect with spirit, God, goddess, all that is, great spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it, a higher power. And that higher power is both part of us, we're part of it, and it's part of us, right? Okay. Let's see what we get. We get the element of water. So feelings, opening up to feelings. Water is connected to our ability to feel, to heal. I'm going to pick another card to see if we can see if there's a crystal that would help with that water energy. So let's see. When an element comes up like that, I like to, because there are actually 5 element cards in this deck: air, water, fire, earth, and storm. Courage, bloodstone, earth, earth. This is saying that you need to be open to the love of spirit, that God, goddess, all that is, loves you. It doesn't matter how successful you are. It doesn't matter just breathing air, just being, you are love, you are loved, and you are protected. You are courageous, and spirit wants you to know that it appreciates how hard you work for all of humanity. Wow. So, earth, all kinds of air, all kinds of mind cards, healing, and then know that you are loved and appreciated as you stride forward on your tasks, Virgo. All right, well, that's the story, guys. Um, As most of these, I think of all the crystals here, the one that might be a little bit hard to find and a little more on the expensive side is Seraphinite, which is the third eye crystal. It is out there, and it makes some beautiful jewelry, actually. But you can get just a nice little piece. It's got this beautiful green with these silver striations. I do have a piece, but I don't have it down here. So, but that's the story. Have a great year, everyone. Come back and see the tarot scopes every month where I do a tarot reading and look at a little astrology for each sign every month. I put out weekly, generally, astrology videos on what is going on in the sky. And then at the beginning of the month, I do some Kabbalah with the month's energy. So you can check all that out. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have subscribed recently, welcome to the family. It's a great group of people. And we're going to move through this year together. You and I and all of us together, creating heaven on earth. Take care, everyone. Namaste.